Before you buy a new construction home in Florida, you need to know this. And no, I'm not talking about the interest rate. I'm talking about the payment shock that's hitting a lot of buyers right after they move in. Now, right now, foreclosures are rising in pocketed areas across Florida. Not everywhere, not in every neighborhood, but in certain communities, especially newer developments. Homeowners are starting to feel the pressure. And one of the biggest reasons why? Well, people bought based on the builder's temporary payment instead of the long-term cost of ownership. Builders right now are offering crazy aggressive incentives. Temporary rate buydowns. You've got closing cost assistance. You have low intro payments. And then for a lot of buyers, it sounds amazing in the moment. But here's what many people don't realize. That first year's payment often isn't the real payment. A lot of new construction homes are initially taxed based mostly on the land value and not on a completed home. And then the property later on gets reassessed. That's when your taxes increase. That's where insurance gets adjusted. And that's where escrow gets recalculated. And then suddenly your mortgage jumps hundreds of dollars a month. Especially here in Florida, where insurance, taxes, HOA fees, and CDD fees can all shift as a community develops. That's why the stage in which your community is built is also important. That's the part that many buyers, they're not being prepared for. Now listen, I am not anti-new construction at all. Some of these builders' incentives can be incredibly powerful if you use them correctly. In fact, the right situation, taking the temporary rate buy down now and then refinancing 6 months to a year out, that can make a lot of sense if rates improve. But you need to buy with a plan. You need to ask yourself, what does this payment look like after the assessment? What happens after the buy down expires? Can I still comfortably afford this home if taxes and insurance increase? Because if the answer is no, that home may already be stretching your budget too far. And this is why some buyers are starting to lean towards established communities. Because with an established community, you can usually see a clearer history of your taxes, of your insurance trends, of HOA costs, and what homeowners are actually paying long term. You just have less guessing. There's less sticker shock. The goal isn't simply to get into a home. The goal is to stay financially comfortable after the excitement of a new home wears off. So before you sign with a builder, make sure that you understand the full picture and not just the temporary incentive package. If you're buying in Central Florida and you want me to help you estimate the real payment could look like after your taxes, insurance, and escrow adjustments, DM me Sticker Shock, and I'd be happy to help you break down the numbers and see what's the right fit for you.